Hi.
Hey guys,
Welcome back to
RebeccaVanAtta.com.
RebeccaVanetta.com.
So, Andy,
Mm-hmm.
how you doing?
I'm okay.
You're just okay?
Yeah.
What's up?
My back.
What's going on with your back?
My back hurts.
Yeah, but why?
Because I don't stretch.
You don't stretch?
Apparently I don't stretch enough or at all.
Uh-huh. And why is that?
Why don't I stretch?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I don't believe in stretching.
Well, yeah, I think I remember you telling me that like a year longer ago.
Yes.
That seems a bit silly. And do you feel like maybe your back hurts because you don't stretch?
Maybe now I kind of do.
Yeah?
Yes.
How long have you not really stretched for?
Since the 70s.
How old were you?
I was born in the 70s.
Oh, you're born so since you're a baby.
Thereabouts.
You haven't stretched.
I would stretch once in a while, and I've taken some yoga classes, but I've never been consistent with my stretching.
Can you touch your toes? Without bending your knees?
No.
Okay, yeah. That is why your back hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? I think it stems from probably your hips and into your hamstrings and your glutes and your IT band, and it just goes up all the way into your lower back.
You said we weren't going to talk about my tight hips.
Well, it's kind of part of the back pain, so I'm sorry. Well,
Now everyone knows I have tight hips.
well, most people do.
Do they?
Most people do, so you don't have to feel like you're alone. I have tight hips sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, sometimes when I don't stretch or I'm, a little overly active and I'm really, really tight, they're tight.
Can you touch your toes?
I can. Not, there's some days I can't. But that's, usually when I haven't stretched enough.
I can't get my hands past my knees without
Are you serious?
arching my back and
Yeah.
doing all that weird stuff.
Do you think that has a lot to do with posture?
I've heard that I have poor posture.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I'm a leaner.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You could look a lot taller if you actually stood up straight.
I'd be a lot taller if my legs weren't bowed.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But posture.
I probably would have been 6'2". If you could straighten out my legs, I'd probably be 6'2". Definitely
What if
6'1".
you could straighten out your back?
I think like a small child could like crawl between my legs and I wouldn't notice.
I like your bold leg.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's breezy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But all right. So where are you feeling the pain?
My lower back and my joints, like in my lower back.
Are you able to move around? Are you able to work out?
I move around. I do like this weird pop to the left, pop to the right.
You feel like you might be compressed?
I feel like I could be compressed. I'd like to be inverted. Yes.
Okay, you know what? You told me a while ago that you had a semi-serious back injury.
The doctor made it seem kind of serious. He said that like my vertebrae were all compressed and had like some bulges and some this and some that, and what does he know? Head of the department.
Well, seems like
But
usually when you injure your back, there's certain things you should do to help get it either stronger or a little more flexible. Especially around, to keep your back strong, working around the hip areas, strengthening and stretching.
I've been stretching more.
Well, more, but I mean, when was this back injury?
The first time I noticed that it would hurt, I don't know, long time ago. I've been laid out on the floor. Well, you saw me a few months ago. I was laying on the floor. I couldn't move.
Right, but how did you hurt your back?
I don't know if it was... I injured it later that it was an injury, but my injury was to my upper back, and then when they did a whole spinal thing, they were saying, hey, your lower back is a mess. And then...
What does that mean?
It means like what is it? lower lumbar,
Yeah.
all those vertebrae are like kind of crooked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And discs are protruding. Yeah. So it hurts. And yesterday, like when we were running around, I was doing that like running, jumping thing. What do they call it? Oh yes, jogging. And and it was like killing me every time I'd step. Like, and there was that really old, out of shape guy in front of me, and I couldn't pass him.
Well, so we're thinking maybe this is obviously stemming from an old injury, and it either didn't recover properly, and maybe you're just, I know you do a lot of strengthening exercises and you run, which is a lot of impact on your joints and your spine, but you don't really stretch a lot. So do you think maybe the last couple of days you haven't been able to get to doing a normal Andy workout, and on top of that, stretching for however many years consistently could have possibly thrown your back out?
Do I think that?
Yeah.
If I think that, does that mean I agree with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look,
What?
it's okay to say that I'm right. And live
I have to say that
on
now.
the mic. Yeah.
I think
I need some witnesses.
I think you have a probable
Just say it.
theory. I think the evidence is inconclusive.
These big words don't fly with me. Just say that I'm right. You need to stretch more. You need to take care of your back. It's very important. Think about, this is the thing, is a lot of people, when they're younger, injure themselves or this or that, or they're really fit and active, but they neglect to stretch. And they don't have any issues, any problems until 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the road, and their entire body is a wreck. And I was telling you the other night, I said, you got a youngster. You want to be able to go and play and kick the ball with him or shoot hoops or throw him the baseball. And in like 10 years, you don't want to be immobile because of your back. I think it said like 80% of Americans, I have to check it out again, but like 80% of Americans are immobile because of back problems. Where is it?
Immobile or suffer from back problems.
Like,
And did you say youngster?
Yes, I did. It's the main, low back pain is the main, or it's a single leading cause of disability worldwide.
Lower back pain.
Low back pain. And it says that 31 million Americans experience low back pain at any given time. So that means it could be something that progresses into lower back pain or an actual like sports injury or something like that. So it's a serious thing.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been having other troubles.
What?
Well, even when I sit, it hurts.
Well, they say that right here. I've got it pulled up. There's different examples of why people injure their backs. It could be a sports injury, or it could be an accident, or sometimes it could be the simplest thing as just bending down to pick up like a pencil off the floor. You could throw your back out. It happens all the time. In addition, there's, arthritis, poor posture, obesity.
You know when it kills me the most? When I sneeze.
Still? Like even when it's not injured?
No.
Even when you don't pull it?
Yeah, like even when it's not like bothering me so much. I don't know if I'm like right now, I guess I'm in bad pain, and then most of the time I'm just in pain, but it's the kind of pain that it doesn't bother me,
So the thing is, you've kind of lived with this back pain for a while, that you're kind of used to the pain.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
So if you're listening in to this, and you kind of feel like you're an Andy right now, which means you've been kind of, I don't want to say neglecting the pain, but you've just kind of forgotten about it because it's been with you for so long, you should probably reevaluate your daily activity.
I haven't got time for the pain.
You got time.
I got time for pain.
It could also be psychological stress too. That is a huge one for a lot of us.
And I put it in my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can complicate back pain.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was taking my test the other day, I was sitting under the air vent and it was hot, and I went into the test with a tank top, and then I was tense from having to take the exam, and the air was blowing on me, and my back was just killing me, and I kept standing up, and the proctor was like, "You have to sit back down," and I was like, "Well, my back hurts," and I couldn't adjust my seat because the seat lever thing underneath was broken. So I had to wait for someone to finish before me so that I could change seats.
Well,
and then I wanted to straddle the seat and turn it around so I can lean into it more.
Well, I think overall you really need to focus, for you anyway, focus a little more on that stretch, because when your body gets so tight, it doesn't just the muscles start clinging on to your bones and pushing them out of place. That happened to me about 3-4 years, I think 3-ish years ago, maybe
right.
4 now. My back had gotten so tight from just a lot of endurance training. I was doing 6 to 7 spin classes a week. I was on the elliptical machine at least 30 minutes a day, and I'd go out on a 6-mile run. And I was neglecting a lot of my strength training because I had gone from strength into endurance and was really enjoying that. And I totally stopped stretching. And by, I don't know, however long it was, a year and a half of that, my lower back just seized up, and I couldn't even sleep comfortably. I couldn't sit comfortably. I couldn't walk around comfortably. And I'm like, something is wrong. Ended up going to a chiropractor for 3 days out of a week, 3 days a week for 6 months. And all I could do was water aerobics and yoga. And that straightened me out, but then I was still having this achy back, and I was really afraid to start strengthening it again. So I allowed the muscles to relax and the nerves to relax. I was going to get my adjustments. I was doing my water, so it's low impact. It's really good for your entire body. And I was doing yoga to kind of focus on a little bit of strengthening and mostly stretching. But I was really afraid to start lifting again. So one day I was like, screw it. I'm never going to gain muscle or gain strength if I don't just go and do it. And I've had enough time of healing to get back into it. So sometimes when your body is aching, it's actually calling for strength. And sometimes when it's aching, it's calling for rest. Sometimes it's achy, it's calling for stretching. And at that point, for me, it was strengthening again. I literally got on this, the back machine, the lower back machine, where you just have your chest forward and you push the bar back with the weight. I did 2 rounds of I
was going to do that today and I forgot.
Oh yeah, you should have done that. So I did 2 rounds of 8 reps on 30 pounds. I was so scared. But I kid you not, the next day my back actually felt a little better. So I continued doing some strength work, started at a low weight with not that many reps, and I just kind of progressed and got a little heavier, a little bit more. And I mean, I have I always tell people, I'm like, I feel like if a car hit me, I'd be fine. I'd get up and be like, I'm good, are you okay? Because my back is so strong. I strengthen it every day and I stretch it every day. So you gotta kind of know if your body's hurting. Is it because it needs rest? Is it hurting because it needs to be stretched? Or is it hurting because it needs to be strengthened? You know what I mean?
Do you think they make chocolate cake with caramel marbles, the little stripes?
What does that have anything to do with your back?
I don't know. That was going through my mind.
You didn't listen to anything I was saying.
I heard everything you said.
This is why your back hurts.
Let me ask
you.
You.
Don't listen.
I'm sitting right now. Am I in good posture right here?
Semi.
What could I do that's better?
Probably sit up tall.
Taller?
And engage your core.
Uh-huh.
Shoulders down, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Breathe. Can I give you a few tips to prevent back pain aside from my suggestions?
Stretching.
Somebody else's?
You know what else I like? Are massages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me just give you the tips.
Go
and
ahead.
Then you can talk about. So here on this site that I'm looking at today, It's American Chiropractic Association, which I'm a big fan of. But tips to prevent back pain: maintain a healthy diet and weight. Remain active under the supervision of your doctor or chiropractor if you have serious injuries. Avoid prolonged inactivity or bed rest. That's a big one. Warm up.
Can you repeat that one?
Avoid prolonged inactivity
Oh.
or bed rest.
So don't sit for too long?
Yeah.
Don't sleep for too long.
Yep.
And be active.
Yeah, like just laying in your bed and watching TV for like a couple hours a day. I mean, come on. That will hurt eventually. Warm up or stretch before exercising. There you go.
Why do you hit me?
Well, because that one was for you.
I'm injured.
I hit your knee. Or other physical activities such as gardening. Hey,
Is that
I like
good?
that one. Other physical activities, anything to get you moving and getting up and getting down and reaching.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes like you hide the cake in the back of the refrigerator. And
I
have
don't
to
hide
lean.
cake.
There was a piece of like cake in the refrigerator the other day.
Was there?
Wasn't there?
Why would I have cake in the fridge?
But where was that little? There was a. That wasn't yours. That was our.
There's chocolate?
That was our house guest.
Oh.
There was a little piece of chocolate in the back.
Oh, that was a chocolate strawberry.
Oh.
Which was mine.
Was it?
Which I ate.
I didn't notice how I left it there.
You knew it was there?
I saw it in the back.
Oh, I totally forgot it was there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I left it there.
Thank you.
You know why?
Because you love me.
Because I knew it wasn't mine.
Well, good for you.
If there was maybe 6 of them,
I
would have had one.
I know you would have.
Yeah.
So a few more. Maintain proper posture.
You don't want to make her angry.
Wear comfortable low-heeled shoes. Okay, Andy?
You don't eat her last chocolate strawberry.
Sleep on a mattress of medium firmness to minimize any curve in your spine. That's a big one. I think another reason why my back was so bad when I was doing all that endurance training was my bed. My bed was so soft, and it didn't matter if I sat, stood, slept. I mean, I was always in back pain. So check your beds. If there's no other reason why your back is hurting, check your bed out. Make sure it's medium to firm.
If she had a box of chocolate strawberries, you don't want to open them either until she has opened them. Then you can have one. But don't open them until she's opened them.
Lift with your knees. Keep the object close to your body and do not twist when lifting. A lot of people lift with their backs.
Okay.
If you have a job that is physically demanding, don't deadlift heavy weight if you don't know how to. Bend your knees like you're going into a squat and lift the object, and when you put it down, don't lean over to put it down. Squat and place it down on the floor.
You know what I like about that? The little stick figure guy that tells you how to properly and improperly pick up boxes.
I don't know if that stick-figured guy. I just know I've done it just at the gym. I was putting this one guy always lifts like 110 pounds. He's like this big, bulky guy. Mm-hmm. And he lifts 110 pounds, as much as I weighed at the time. Mm-hmm. And I would have to put them back on the racks.
Oh, this is when you worked at the gym?
When I worked at the gym.
People, please re-rack your weights.
Re-rack your
and you
weights.
big, strong men and women, okay? Re-rack your damn weights. If you can pick them up, take them downstairs, you can pick them back up and take them back upstairs where they belong.
Because little people like me have to put them back, and what I did was I just leaned over, knowing to bend my knees, and didn't bend my knees, and I lifted that weight and I pulled my back out.
We need to do an entire podcast on gym etiquette.
All right, quit smoking.
Smoking is bad for your back?
Smoking impairs blood flow, resulting in oxygen and nutrient deprivation to spinal tissues.
But smoking does contribute to activity, because in most states now you can't smoke indoors, so you have to get up from your bar stool and walk outside to smoke.
I don't.
And then walk back in, which is activity.
I don't count that as activity.
That's not activity. Okay.
Because you're still impairing blood flow, which a lot of us are lacking these days.
But it's better than sitting at the bar and smoking.
Are you defending smokers because you used to be one?
No, I'm just saying that if you're going to smoke, walk outside. And
another one, I think that's it, really. computer workstation. You know, what's really great is if you're working on a computer or working at a desk a lot, get one of those big Swiss balls.
I like those.
You know, the ones you use to crunch on. Sit on a ball and do your work. It's the best thing because it forces you to have good posture, and it forces you to engage your core and to sit up tall. My friend Tom, our friend Tom Quiche, he does it. He has a big one. Like if I sat on that thing, my feet wouldn't even touch the floor.
Well, Tom is like 7 feet tall.
But I know, but see, he got the biggest one. So even him, like it forces him to like sit up. Like his feet are just barely touching the floor.
Should I take a Swiss ball? Like, should I be sitting at the Swiss ball?
Probably.
Right now?
Yeah, probably.
I have this little Lego box thing that I'm sitting on.
But yeah.
Okay.
So.
You know what this
those
weekend
are a few
is?
Tips. What?
Easter.
Oh yeah, Easter weekend.
Yeah, and you know what that means? To have those chocolate Canterbury eggs.
Oh my god. You're
with a little
me.
filling.
I'm so glad I didn't make you an Easter basket. I was thinking about it.
Making me an Easter basket?
Yeah. Because I know you would have eaten it all in one sitting. And then you would have blamed me for gaining 5 pounds.
I like to go around and take them out of kids' baskets.
No.
I feel like I'm being helpful.
No.
No?
Not to yourself. So anyways, about your back.
It hurts.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna do a little swim tomorrow, a little stretching?
I don't know about I feel like maybe, I don't know if the swimming, my legs are so tight that when I do the kicks and stuff, I don't know.
It's low impact. It's not harming you.
It feels good when I swim.
It's strengthening those little muscles in your legs.
Yeah.
And in your arms.
But you know what bothers me after the swim is when I have to go and change my shorts in the locker room.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that movement of having to, I feel like I need to stretch right after I swim.
Then stretch.
I know, but
a lot of swimmers do.
Like right after I swim?
Before or after, yeah. A lot of swimmers, before they get in the water, do a nice little stretch with their neck, with their shoulders, with their hamstrings.
I just feel...
We'll do it tomorrow.
I should... Well, because I swim in my underwear. Do you think it's inappropriate to stretch in my underwear by the pool?
It's just inappropriate to wear them in the pool, period. If anyone is listening to this.
They look like Speedos.
They do look like Speedos.
And I wear the fluorescent ones, so they look even more like Speedos.
All right. We'll just have to get you a real swimsuit.
I think they're real swimsuits. But the stretching after the swim.
It's just very important. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
But for everyone else listening, it's just really important to make sure you're not only strengthening your body, but also to stretch it out. It's very important because you got to have balance. Life is all about balance. Everything from food to diet to life to relationships.
And I feel like flexible people are judging me.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're thinking, you know what? That guy could be more flexible than me.
I need to open my hips. What do you recommend for opening my hips?
Well, you could do the butterfly.
I like the butterfly.
But not with a rounded back. You got to when you do your stretches, it's really important to keep your back as flat as possible to lengthen your spine. You don't want to compress anything. You want to open and lengthen.
I like that foam roller thing too.
Foam roller is great.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Foam roller is really good because it hydrates your connective tissue.
And that exercise that you had me kind of do today, the one on the Bosu ball where I was like sitting on it and laying all the way back, and it kind of arched my back. That one felt kind of good. And then I was doing a little hop at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's...
It's
a core exercise.
I was doing it slowly.
It's good.
Not as fast as you.
Mm-hmm.
But it made my back feel better.
Because
when I would arch back, the ball coming up, I felt like it was causing a little separation in between the vertebrae, and it would just give me a little bit of relief.
And you're talking about the Bosu ball.
Is it called the Bosu ball?
The half ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. First time.
More so than the Swiss ball when I was doing the sit-ups, but the Bosu ball...
Bosu ball is great for core exercises, especially if you have lower back issues.
Yeah.
A lot of support.
And what's that other one that you have me do when I'm on my stomach?
Oh, Superman?
I like Superman.
Yeah. So, okay, I would recommend if anyone's going to the gym with back problems, and you want to strengthen your core, first off, it's going to be hard to possibly even hold plank. So just lay on your back. There's some simple exercises I can actually post up on, maybe one day maybe this week we'll just do some basic core exercises on YouTube.
Okay.
And I can also write them down and put them on our Facebook fan page.
Okay.
Because there's really some easy ones that can really get your core active without hurting your back. Also, another piece of equipment which you used today, the Bozu ball for doing crunches, because your back is being supported. I love it because I actually feel my core engage as opposed to feeling my back engaging. Sometimes when you do core exercises, your back wants to work because you don't know how to use your core, your abdominals.
Like yesterday when we were in the boot camp class and he had me doing the leg stations, I could feel like my body doing all kinds of weird things with the dumbbell squat. Remember that because like I was hurting, so I was like doing all these weird movements to sort of get through the exercise. My posture was a mess.
Posture is key. If you are exercising and you're trying to like do 100 push-ups within like a certain amount of time, but you're dropping your hips or you're shrugging your shoulders or you're dropping your head, I mean, you might as well not be doing them.
All right, I'm going to stop hiding from you at the gym.
You got to have good posture and good form. It doesn't matter how many you do, because the better you get at your form and your posture, the better you're going to get at the exercise, which means the stronger you're going to get and the faster you're going to get.
Also, with the bad posture, it makes me like stand in this awkward position, and it makes me look like I have a bigger lower belly than I really have. And then it makes my butt look flat.
So good posture makes us all look a little more attractive.
It gives me a little more sway in my back, and it makes my tummy look tighter.
And it engages your core naturally, which means, you're always kind of strengthening that area.
Yeah, well, I just like to look good.
But it also...
It's functional.
You don't want to just look good, you want to feel good.
I want to feel good.
Yeah.
I do want to feel good.
Because see, your back right now... Was it, it's not worth it to feel bad.
I know, and I'm in this weird position. But
pull your abs in.
No, I know, but this feels good because it's like, you saying that I'm in a bad spot?
If your back feels okay, you're fine.
Yeah, it feels better because it's doing that stretch.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I feel like I can never straighten my back out, even when you say like straighten up.
But you can't do it overnight. Here's the thing: is like posture. You cannot change your posture or your form overnight. You can't go from 1 push-up to 100 push-ups overnight.
I know.
You can't go from losing, you can't lose 20 pounds overnight. Like, all of it takes work and it takes patience, and you have to be consistent. You drive me crazy about the consistency of your stretching because it comes and it goes when you feel like it.
Well, I started stretching a little bit more in the last few days, and I started stretching a little bit more today after that dude hit on you at the gym.
Well, good.
The young guy. Don't you want to be like that young guy playing basketball with your kids? What are you talking about, that young guy?
Just saying.
Just saying, young guy.
A lot of the time, whatever age we're in at the moment, and we're not in pain, and we feel like we're doing okay, but we know we're not stretching, we know we're not eating right, we know we're smoking, we know we're, not working out or being physically active. It catches up.
He thinks he's better than me because he can dunk?
Are you listening to me? This is important. It catches up to you.
Did you see him dunk?
No, I did not.
It's pretty impressive.
It catches up to you.
Well, it's caught up.
I know, and I'm frustrated because now you're gonna have to put the work in, and it's gonna suck, and it's gonna take time.
Well,
it's not gonna happen overnight.
I hustle on the court, I'll have you know. I do the other things. I rebound, I follow my shots. He just kind of sat around the outside, called for the ball. Once in a while in the open court, he'd go and he'd dunk. Sorry. Anyway, what? My back feels better already, just sitting like this.
Good.
Anything else I should do?
Usually when there's back pain, it doesn't always stem from your back, like I was trying to tell you earlier. A lot of the time you got to strengthen around the hip area. So your glutes, your IT band is probably tight. So you need to strengthen your glutes, your quads, your inner thighs, your outer thighs, your hamstrings, your core, and strengthen your back. And that's a strengthening part. But you also have to have the flexibility within the hips. Because if the hips are flexible, it gives and allows your spine to have more,
So
not to be so compressed.
Are you saying like I should be doing the really kind of what is it? The nut cruncher.
What is that?
What's that machine where you guys sit there and you straddle it and then you bring your knees in and you bring your knees out?
The inner thigh and the exterior and interior.
Hip adduction,
Yeah.
abduction, and okay.
Well, those are okay. There's always different ways to strengthen the inner and the outer thighs. There's lots of different Pilates exercises, yoga exercises. As far as, the inner thigh squats, you don't have to use a machine. I used it the other day. I don't really use it much, but,
What was that one that you had me do today? The one-legged one? I like those too.
What one-legged one?
The one-legged one where I'd bend over and it touched me they're kind of like a Romanian deadlift or whatever they call them.
You did that one.
Yeah. What was that one called? The
The
oil well?
Well, it's a single leg deadlift.
Yeah, that one was good. I
And
felt it pulling my butt and my
problem with
lower back.
deadlifts is
I did it with no
it's
weight.
all it's so you're working on stabilization and
Well, just trying to balance on my
Balancing.
one leg was like my inner
hard.
thigh was burning.
well, because you have the strength or the power to your workout, but you don't have the very beginning stages, which is this stabilitation.
The what?
Stabilitation.
Stabilitation. Okay.
The balance, yeah.
Okay.
That comes first, then usually like strength and endurance and like the power training. You kind of do the power training without the stabilitation. So
Do you think I'm more powerful than that kitty that can dunk?
I really don't know, and I don't care.
I'm gonna challenge that kid to a bench press contest.
Do it.
He kind of had a little birdie chest.
Okay.
Dunker.
I really don't care. Whatever boosts your ego,
Okay.
But yeah, so like there's three different things I would say to focus on. Like first, finding the stability and the balance, coordination has a lot to do with that. And then going
My coordination sucked. My left side.
Yes, it does.
We did this little hop skippy thing on the rope. No, ladder. That ladder drill.
Mhm.
Couldn't do it with the left side.
I know. I saw you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I can't dance. I can move to the right.
That counts.
Yeah.
Then you just have to work on the left.
Yeah. Okay.
Stabilitation, and then, then you start getting into, strength, endurance, and power. It's all a building curve. You can't just start with trying to lift like 100 pounds if you never lifted before. You gotta start smaller, start lighter, because you'll increase. Like within just a few weeks, you're gonna get stronger.
Well, just like kind of sitting in this position right now is making my back feel way better.
Good.
Yeah. And I'm looking in the mirror and my back is straight.
Good.
And
So you're working on your form. I would pull your shoulders down though.
pull them down.
Yeah, there you go. But you're working on your form because you're aware of it. A lot of people just need to be aware of it. And I have a lot of my clients come to me and say, I know I need to work on my posture because I know I sit horribly. I know I stand horribly. I know I do this. I know I do that. I go, well, you've already accomplished the first step, which is recognizing that you have bad posture or that you're having difficulty standing or sitting, straight. And then you just kind of have to remind yourself.
Well, and thank you yesterday for the reflexology session. That also helped.
Well, I worked on your back reflex point.
Thank you. I felt it.
You felt it today?
I felt better today. Yesterday, last time, I felt like I was like in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was working on Andy's feet last night, and I was working on his back reflex points on his feet.
And you worked in my ears? You did a little pull thing for me.
I did that just a little bit. I need to do that tonight.
But that was helpful.
Okay, good. Yeah. I mean, what reflexology does is it allows the nerves to relax. And if the nerves can relax and there's the blood flow and the oxygen pushing through, it can clear out any toxins or any blockages causing pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I was trying to help with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any, like, does reflexology, like, help you kick your craving for chocolate-covered strawberries? Because that's all I've been thinking about since... Did you even offer me a bite?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say you can have it all? Don't worry about it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted you to enjoy it?
Something like that.
That was nice of me. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stretch more.
Be aware of posture.
Be aware of my posture. And then I don't like to make time to stretch at the end of my workout. So what I've been trying to do is during my workout, do like stretches.
It's a good idea.
During.
Yeah, and some people like to do like a warm-up, like
Mhm.
maybe like a 10-minute, treadmill or elliptical or stair climber or something, and then get off and do a nice little stretch. That's even better than trying to stretch right before you get into everything.
Do you realize that by the time we walk from the car to the garage, up those 4 flights of stairs, and then we walk into the gym, and then walk to the back, and then go up 2 more flights of stairs, I bet you we walk like a quarter of a mile and then like a quarter of a mile up. I'm tired by the time we get up those stairs.
So you feel like you've warmed up.
By the time I get up there, I feel like I'm ready to like hit the juice bar.
Well, for those of you who kind of just get right into your workouts, maybe think about doing some type of small work or small warm-up, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes, and then just doing maybe a 5 or 10 minute stretch. If you know you won't find the time afterwards, I know it's really easy just to kind of jet out the doors when you're done. You're like, okay, I'm done. But just do a little bit before or do a little bit after or in between like Andy does. That's great too. Do a little stretching in between your exercises if you need to do that to get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll make a difference. You're going to feel better.
Yeah, I felt a lot better this afternoon. I felt so much looser.
When I go to my friend Volusia, her yoga class, she's actually my instructor who certified me, and I teach the yoga bar now as well. But when I take her classes, at the end of the class, I just want to sleep on the floor because I feel like my body is weightless. I can feel the circulation and blood flow through my entire body. I'm so relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like tingling everywhere, and I just feel so good. And it's just because the circulation and blood flow is just like, it's anything that was blocking it, whether, it could have been like the stretches. I don't know what. I really believe it's just getting into that, that mindset of relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a form of meditation, and then just really stretching the body and opening it up, creating space in the spine. You have all these nerve endings that like come out from your spine that attach into your organs and into your muscles, and everything just kind of opens up and relaxes and allows your body to really do what it needs to do.
Right.
So when I'm done with her class, I'm like I feel like I'm just floating off the ground. It's great. And you'll feel, and even if you just stretch for 10 minutes, you're going to feel more oxygen in the body.
Yeah.
You do.
No, I agree. I like doing stretching. Is stretching? Do you do stretching or do you stretch?
There's stretching classes.
Is it activity?
Yeah, for some people, stretching, you have to have a balance of everything. Okay. You can't just stretch, you can't just work out and strengthen, and you can't just,
All right. Well,
not do anything.
I don't know if I'm completely convinced on the stretching thing, but I will tell you that since I've been stretching, I feel better. And every time my back's thrown out and then I stretch it out, I feel better. And then after I feel better, I stop stretching. So
yeah,
it doesn't make sense that I just stop stretching altogether. I should just continue stretching, and then I probably wouldn't have any back problems.
Well,
is that what you're saying?
Yes, because it's like that in society with everything. People don't go and get reflexology, or they don't go and get massage, or they don't go and to the dentist, or they don't go to the doctor until they are already sick or don't feel good or things are out of place.
So you're telling me that stretching is like just part of preventative medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Wow.
Just like eating your veggies every day.
Well, like, if in a few weeks I can start touching my toes, do you think I'd be better than the guy on the basketball court?
I think you're already better than him.
Really?
Yeah. But you have to drop it now, or I might take it back.
Okay. Well, you know, it'd be really funny. I should just walk in the gym in a few weeks after I've been stretching for a little bit, and I should just like walk right up to the guy and just look at him, and I just should just drop and touch my toes. Walk right out.
He would be so confused.
He looks confused when I'm like around him. I'm like staring at him all weird. I'm like,
why are you doing that?
Me? Because, you know, I gotta like size him up,
weird.
you know? No, it's like, you know, I really want to like kind of.
The way I know you're crazy, I look, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like you want to like, you're like searching for someone to like hit in the face.
I don't want to hit just anybody in the face.
I feel like you're searching for that one person that's going to make you mad, that you'd be like, it's him right there.
Yeah.
And well, go after him.
Yeah. Usually I try to like eliminate people that are bigger than me. So, you know, smaller people, watch out.
What do the big guys do?
Oh,
what do the big guys do?
They take care of the little guys.
Exactly.
I know.
So
I'm just talking out of my backside, which is feeling better.
Good.
Actually.
Good. Keep sitting that way. Maybe you should sleep that way.
You think? Oof, it feels good. Anyway, so in closing, I, Andy, will stretch, and we will have this podcast up. Well, if you're listening to it, it's up. Yeah. But go ahead.
Also, I have a blog that I'm starting to write.
Oh, she's a blogger.
Once a week, and it's on my Facebook page, my Facebook fan page, on Rebecca Venata. I have a link up.
Yeah, it's on our website.
But this one is about balance over extremes, and I think it has a lot to do with all of it. I mean, I wrote it from a personal standpoint, as well as kind of, I feel like, what a lot of us go through on a day-to-day basis, and choices, and ultimately me finding the balance. What? You're looking at my socks.
They're different colors.
I know.
Okay.
You have a problem with my mismatched socks? Matched socks?
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
I do it all the time. You know that my socks, they have an L and then an R?
Wow.
Like a left sock and a right sock?
They don't do that for women.
I don't know. And you know the thing about it is,
it's a man thing. They just don't know how to put on their socks.
I noticed that all day today, I put the L on the R side and the R on the L side. And I think I could tell a difference.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's a mind thing.
Maybe.
But all I was saying, to wrap this up, was it's about balance over extremes in life and everything. And I think that if you can find the balance in your exercising or your activities in life, relationships, food, balance, and all that, you're just going to feel a lot better. You're not going to have as many injuries. You're not going to be, emotional, wise. You're not going to be, so depressed or so, confused or angry. You're going to be happier. You're going to feel a little more excited about, the day and getting through the day.
Yeah, I can't wait to get up tomorrow and stretch.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. You're making me even more excited about it.
You're excited that I'm excited?
And I'm a yoga instructor. Okay. Yeah, you're making me excited.
I'm going to touch my toes.
I know you will.
We'll put it up on YouTube. I'm going to touch my toes. And
with
today is April 1st.
Flat back.
Okay, so I'm going to need a little more time than I was going to say.
No, let's give it a month.
A month? You think I can touch my toes with a flat back in a month?
If you stretch consistently every day, who's to say you can't? You got to try it though, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a youngster anymore.
No. What? You're not?
You keep saying that.
It's not my fault. And what's making it worse is when you're walking around like an old man.
It's called swag. It's
That's
old school
not swag. I will show you swag.
that is old school swag.
I know swag. That's old man swag.
You gotta have years under your belt to have that kind of walk.
Yeah, exactly. Old man swag.
All right.
So anyways, find the balance. Take care of yourself. Love yourself, and we will see you guys next Thursday.
Yeah. Check out our website, RebeccaVanNetta.com. And we are going to have some really exciting shows coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we have a lot of great people coming on board to talk with us.
Yeah, so look out for those. Also, be sure to join SoundCloud if you listen to us on SoundCloud so that you can follow us. And
subscribe on Facebook. Watch the videos.
Or subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.
That's what I meant.
And, tell everybody... We are all you should be talking about all the time. All the time. It's like, what'd you do yesterday? I listened to all 5 podcasts.
We're on our 6th one.
Yeah. And we have over 10 hours of footage on YouTube. So, this is... Hey, if you don't know what to do, just click.
Click.
All right. RebeccaVanetta.com. I am Andy Martinez Jr.
And I'm Rebecca Vanetta.
And adios, amigos.
Bye. Click it.
Okay. Oh.